Welcome to Distance Learning. I am your teacher, Ms. Weiss, and your class here is Advanced Algebra. The schedule, you've been seeing those come out from Mr. Pickens. These are the odd class days, so first, third, and fifth. That's basically kind of the schedule you can kind of follow. And then on even class days, there's 0, 2, and 4. So that's the schedule you'd follow for those classes. So Schoology cohort, I added you to the cohort that you would be in if you were coming into our building and into my classroom. So if your last name is starting with A to K, I put you in cohort 1. If your last name is starting with L through Z, I put you in cohort 2. If this does not work for you, please let me know and I can make those changes. How will class be run? Well, you'll be watching video lessons, taking notes, and completing worksheets. You can either pick up printed copies, print your own, or use your iPad. I actually suggest getting paper notes and then doing your worksheets on the iPad. With paper note sheets, you can basically watch the video and take notes on the paper, and it just makes it easier not to have to flip-flop between two devices or trying to figure out how to watch a video and do paper notes on the same thing. You'll need to Dropbox the worksheets in its corresponding Dropbox. You will have quizzes after 3 or 4 lessons. These quizzes will be on Schoology. I will always send out a Google Meet link for our class. You will be, and I'll do that the night before, you will be streaming into your class that is meeting in the FHS building. I really want you to be there so you can ask questions. On the review and quiz days, I especially want you to show up on the Google Meet. It's extremely important that you do so that if you have questions or if somebody else asked a question and you didn't really want to ask it, but somebody else is doing it, you'll get your questions answered. Plus, we'll probably do some kind of a review thing ahead of time so that maybe some of your questions can get answered that way as well. I want you to leave on your camera of your face when you show up. So leave your camera on the Google Meet on so I can see your face. That would be really helpful. Paper copies. So for your homework, for the note sheets and the worksheets, if you want paper copies, they'll be outside my classroom in a bin. So my classroom is 3209. You can come and pick up a packet if you need or want one. Paper copies are available starting Wednesday, September 2nd. If you decide later that you really want paper copies and you miss that day, they'll still be available for you to pick up on Friday flex days. So instructions for uploading paper worksheets on Schoology. First, you want to take pictures of all the sides of the worksheets with the iPad, and then go into Schoology and click on that assignment Dropbox. Click on Submissions, press the plus button in the upper right, press Submit Photo Video, click on the pictures you want to submit, and then submit those. Grading, 60% of your grade is going to be based upon these quizzes, and there's 6 of those. You can see how Chapter 1 has 2 quizzes, Chapter 2 has 1 quiz, Chapter 3 has 1 quiz, and Chapter 4 there has 2 quizzes. So that's how it is right now, but again, these are subject to change based upon the situation and how things work this year. And then 40% of your grade there is based upon homework. Calculator, you're going to need some kind of a calculator, so whether you're using the one on your iPad or you have a calculator already, a graphing calculator is really helpful. So if you have one of those, the TI-84, TI-83 are the ones we recommend. You also had that one you got back in 7th and 8th grade. You might even used it in 9th grade. It was called the TI-30. It doesn't have a graphing capabilities, but it's a pretty good calculator for everything else. There's also a calculator app, so you can play around with some of those. This one that I have over here, the picture of it, that's the one that it pretty much matches the TI-84, so it's very similar to that. So you could check that one out too. When you're doing all your work here, we're asking you to be honest and have integrity with your work so that you're not copying someone else's. On your test there, you are allowed on a quiz, you're allowed to use your notes, your calculator, your worksheets, and your own brain. But you are not allowed to use the internet or to get help from others, including adults or peers. So we're asking you for on the assessments there that you're going to go ahead and be honest and have some integrity with this. And then also with worksheets, we want you to have honesty as well. So don't copy someone's worksheets. Don't send them your worksheet and let them copy it either, or have them submit it as their own. That is all construed as cheating, and we don't want that going on. Assessments, they will be available on Schoology. For the most part, they will be multiple choice quizzes. Once in a while, I might have a fill in the blank, or I might have you have to go ahead and match some questions up as well. You can use your notes to complete these quizzes, so use those if that's going to be helpful to you. I'm also going to give you retakes. Retakes will be available upon request, but there are going to be cutoff dates, so I'll send out a Schoology message saying if anyone wants a retake, let me know. It's available this week. And then I'll tell you when the cutoff date is, and then you're not ever allowed to retake it after that point. So if you get behind on taking your quizzes and you miss the 5 days from original test quiz date, you're not going to be allowed to retake it. So retakes are not multiple choice, so that's helpful for most people. Sometimes it seems like multiple choice is harder for some students. So if you need to request it, you're going to need to request a day. So if you Schoology message me on Friday and say, hey, Miss Weiss, I want to retake that quiz. Can I do it on Monday at 9 a.m.? That would be great. So then I'll send it to you on Monday at 9 a.m. and then you're gonna have to Dropbox that back to me, usually within an hour. So by 10 a.m. I should have that back to me. Office hours on flex days, that's usually on Fridays. That's usually when I have my office hours, because that's usually when I'm going to be available on those flex days. These days are put into place for some one-to-one help from us teachers. So if you need my help, please let me know that you need help, and then what is going to work for you. So on Thursday night or crack of dawn Friday morning, if you know you're going to need some help and you say, hey, I want some help on Friday at 2 p.m., well, just let me know, and then I'll send you a Google Meet and we can do it at that time. So that's one way we've been doing that is through the Google Meets, as you know. Some people they have a quick question, so they might just Schoology message me with questions on any day, and then when I can, I'll just message you back. You don't have to wait until a Friday to do that. You don't even have to wait until a Friday to do a Google Meet either. It's just those are open at those times, so if you need help on those days, you can let me know. Non-flex school days, if you need help in the moment, just send me a Schoology message and let me know you need help, and if I can, I'll message you back with a Google Meet. So I'm always open to those. So if you just say, hey, can I get some help now? And if I see that right away, I can get right back to you and we can work something out. Or give me a span of time. Hey, I can meet from 1 to 4, anywhere in there, so then I can send it back to you. Distance learning attendance will be taken on every flex day. That's usually on those Fridays. I'll be looking for assignments to be Dropboxed and or a quiz to be completed. There has to be some kind of learning and something submitted during that week in order for you to be counted at present. So if you're working on a worksheet and you didn't finish it, you got to make sure you get something done, because you've got several days that week to get something submitted that's completely done. So then I can count you present. Time can be flexible, but you should be making some progress. But it's always better to be ahead than behind, so that if something does happen, then you have some leeway in there. Communication, feel free to message me on Schoology. If something is going on with you, your family, just let me know. When I know what's going on, I can totally be more flexible. Flex days, these days are especially put in place again to give you some help. So if you need help, just let me know. I can help you on school days that are also not flex days. So again, send me a Schoology message. Communication is key here. I hope you know that. I'm here for you and I want you to do well, but you've got to let me know. I'm not a mind reader. You're not in class, so I can't just help you out because I don't know that you need help. So if you just keep me updated of what's going on, if something's going on for you, then everything goes much better. And you can totally do this. So a lot of this content you've seen before, so you can do this. This is going to be a review for you. You got to stick with it. It's we're done in end of November, so it's not too long of a time there, and we have an ending for this. So you can do this. So just stick with it, stick with the schedule, and you'll do really well. So just let me know if you need any help.